Hello all, I am Dr. Prabhas Chanjanbal. In today's class, we will discuss about the closure properties of CFL and DCFL language. What is the meaning of CFL? CFL means context-free language. CFL means context-free language and DCFL means deterministic context-free language. CFL we can also call as CFL means it is also called as NCFL. We can also call NCFL. NCFL means non-deterministic context-free language. Okay. So now we'll see the first closure properties of CFL and DCFL is called union properties. First closure properties is called union. Okay. If L1 is CFL and L2 is CFL, then L1 union L2 is CFL or not? Yes, it is CFL. Yes, it is CFL. So CFL language means context-free language, or we can say non-deterministic context-free language. Means CFL is equivalent to NCFL. Okay. So CFL is closed under union operation. So CFL language means context-free language or non-deterministic context-free language is closed under union operation. How? Now we can see one example. If L1 is CFL, so we can take one example. A to the power n, b to the power n is greater or equal to 1. Okay. Now we can take, since L2 is CFL, now we can take L2 equal to c to the power m, d to the power m is greater or equal to 1. So here L1 is CFL and L2 is CFL. Since L1 is CFL, we can construct context-free grammar. We can construct context-free grammar for L1 language. How? So S1 equal to A S1B slash AB. Okay. Since L2 is context-free language, since L2 is CFL, so S2 means now we can construct the context-free grammar for L2 language. So S2 equal to CS2D slash CD. Okay. So now since L1 is CFL, we can construct the context-free grammar. Since L2 is context-free language, we can construct the context-free grammar. Okay. Now we'll find L1 union L2. L1 union L2 is nothing but S2, S1 or S2. S1 or S2. Where S1 equals to S1B slash AB, this one. Where S2 equals to CS2D slash CD. So this is nothing but L1 union L2 is also CFL. Okay. Now, see the next one. If L1 is DCFL, DCFL means deterministic context-free language, and L2 is DCFL, then L1 union L2 need not be DCFL. Then L1 union L2 need not be DCFL. Okay. So how? So DCFL means deterministic context-free language need not be closed under union operation. So DCFL language need not be closed under union operation. Okay. Now we'll see. Here L1 equal to A to the power n, B to the power 2n, such that n is greater or equal to 1. This language is also called DCFL. Here L2 equals to A to the power n, B to the power 4n, such that n is greater or equal to 1. This L2 language is also called DCFL. Now we'll take the union of both, means L1 union L2. The L1 union L2 equals to what? L1 means this language, L1 language, A to the power n, B to the 2n, such that n is greater or equal to 1. This is nothing but L2. This is nothing but L1, and this is nothing but L2. L2 equal to A to the power n, B to the power 4n. Okay. So both union need not be CFL. Both union is not DCFL, not DCFL. Okay. So DCFL need not be closed under union operation. Okay. So now we'll see next closure properties of CFL and DCFL operation. Okay. Next operation is subset operation. The subset of a CFL language, need not be CFL. Next point. Okay, need not be CFL. And the subset of a DCFL need not be DCFL. That means the subset of a CFL and DCFL language need not be CFL and also DCFL. Okay, now we'll see the example. This is the example. See here, this is the language. This language is CFL. As well as, and we can also call, first we'll see about the CFL language, means context-free language. This language is also called CFL language. And its subset, this one is the subset of this language. Let it is L1, let it is L2. So L2 is the subset of L1, but L2 need not be, this is need not be CFL. This is not CFL. Okay. Now, this language means A to the power n, B to the power n, C to the power n greater such that n is greater or equals to 1. This language need not be CFL. Okay. This language is also called DCFL. This language is also called DCFL. And its subset, this one is the subset of the A to the power n, B to the power n, C to the power n such that n is greater or equals to 1. This is the subset of this language means L1 language. So this language is not DCFL. So we can use this example, one example for both operations, means for CFL as well as DCFL, because this language is also CFL and this language is also DCFL. Okay. Now we'll see one more closure properties of CFL and DCFL language. Next one, concatenation. Next closure properties is called concatenation operation. The concatenation of two context-free language is always context-free language. Okay. The concatenation of two context-free language is always context-free language. So how? See here. If L1 is context-free language, so we can write L1 equal to, we can take the example L1 equal to A to the power n, B to the power n such that n is greater or equals to 1. Means this language is CFL also, because here L1 is CFL. Since L1 is CFL, means this language is CFL, we can construct the context-free grammar S1 equal to A S1B slash AB. We can construct the context-free grammar. Now, if L2 equal to CFL, so we can take one example, L2 equal to C to the power n, D to the power n, n is greater or equals to 1, means this language is also CFL. Since L2 is CFL, so we can also construct the context-free grammar S2 equal to C S2D slash CD. Okay. Now, here L1 is CFL and L2 is CFL. So we can construct the context-free grammar means S1 for L1, and we can construct the context-free grammar means S2 for L2 language. Now we'll take the concatenation of both language means L1 dot L2. L1 dot L2 is nothing but S2. S1 dot S2 means this S1 dot S2, where S1 equals to this language means AS1 B slash AB. S2 equal to CS2D slash CD. CS2D slash CD. Okay, so this language nothing but context free CFL. This grammar is also called CFG grammar. CFG means CFL. So its concatenation is also CFL. Okay, so the concatenation of two context free language is always context free language. Okay, now we'll see the next one. The concatenation of two DCFL language. The concatenation of two DCFL language need not be DCFL. The concatenation of two DCFL language need not be DCFL. How? Now we'll see one more example. See here, example. Let L1 dot L2. This language a to the power n, b to the power n, such that n is greater or equals to 1. This language is also DCFL. Let this is L1. WCWR such that W belongs to AB whole square. W belongs to AB whole square. This language is also DCFL. This language is also DCFL. And both concatenation means a to the power n, b to the power n, and concatenation of WCWR need not be both concatenation not DCFL, not DCFL. But concatenation need not be DCFL. Okay. So now we'll see the next closure properties. Now we'll see the next closure property, intersection. Okay. The intersection of two context-free languages need not be CFL. The intersection of two CFL languages means context-free language need not be CFL. Next point. The intersection of two DCFL languages. Two DCFL means deterministic context-free language need not be DCFL. And now we'll find L1 intersection L2. Means the intersection of two CFL and DCFL language. CFL and DCFL language need not be CFL and also DCFL language. Okay. Now we'll take the intersection of both. Now we'll see for first one means context-free language. Say here, a to the power n, b to the power n, c to the power m, such that n comma m greater or equal to 1. This language is also CFL. And we'll take the intersection of, we'll take the L2 language. This one, this is the L2. This language is also CFL. So this language is also CFL and this language is also CFL. And we'll take the intersection of both L1, means this one and this one, L2. This is L1 and this is L2. We can get what? A to the power n, b to the power n, c to the power n, such that n is greater or equals to 1. This language is not CFL. Okay. This language is not CFL. Now we'll see for the second case, means DCFL language. See here, a to the power n, b to the power n, c to the power m. This language is also called DCFL language. And a to the power n, b to the power m, c to the power m. This language is also called DCFL language. And we'll take the intersection of DCFL means L1 intersection L2. We can get what? A to the power n, b to the power n, c to the power n, such that n is greater or equal to 1. But this language is not DCFL. It's not DCFL. So we can use the same example for both cases, means CFL as well as DCFL. So the intersection of two context-free language need not be CFL and the intersection of two DCFL language need not be DCFL. Okay. Now we'll see the next closure properties of CFL and DCFL. Okay. Next closure property is called complement operation. Okay. So the first one, the complement of a CFL language means context-free language. The complement of a context-free language need not be CFL. Need not be CFL. Okay. So we'll see the example. This is summation star. Summation star means complete language. This is called complete language. Summation star means complete language. And WW such that W belongs to AB whole star. This language is nothing but what? Context-free language, CFL language. This language is nothing but context-free language. When we'll find the complement of this language, context-free language, we can get this language, means WW such that W belongs to A, B. W belongs to A, B. But this language is non-CFL, means not context-free language. But this language is context-free language. This language is context-free language, but this language means its complement is not CFL, means not context-free language. Now we'll see the next properties. The complement of a DCFL language means deterministic context-free language. The complement of a deterministic context-free language is always deterministic context-free language or DCFL. Okay. Now we'll see the example. Summation star means complete language. Summation star means complete language. Okay. Now we'll take one example here. WCWR such that W belongs to AB whole star. W belongs to AB whole star. This language is called DCFL language. This language is called DCFL, means deterministic context-free language. Okay. So when we take the complement of this language, means WCWR, we can get WCWR such that W belongs to AB whole star. We can get its complement means what? WCWR such that W belongs to AB. W belongs to AB. So, but this language is also called as DCFL language. But this language is also called as DCFL language, means deterministic context-free language. So, the complement of a CFL means context-free language need not be context-free language. But the complement of a DCFL language is always DCFL. Remember one thing, one note point here. So every DCFL is the subset of CFL. Every DCFL is the subset of CFL. So DCFL is the subset of CFL. That means if a language is DCFL, means it must be CFL. It must be CFL. So this language is DCFL, means it must be CFL. But this is one exceptional case. This is one exceptional case, means the complement closure properties is one of the exceptional case for CFL and DCFL language. This is one only exceptional case. Okay. So in the next class, we'll see about the other remaining closure properties of CFL and DCFL language. Okay. Thanks for watching.